Welcome to the Dobsonian Power Night Sessions. Today, the moon. Hello, Jelloman, Joe Russ, Linux, Team, Quasar, Sharstar, welcome to this stream. Noah, hello, welcome. Gustavo, the Dobsonian Power. Dobsonian Power. Rita, Ludisk, Nature, welcome. John Boyley, Linux, D. Hello everybody. You know that the moon is an excuse to grab the telescope and do the live stream, huh? It can't be tomorrow, it will be raining. At least is what the forecasts say. Hello Anaximandros. Immunity corrupts, those corrupts. Marcin, everybody. Let's see first the weather. It's all wet outside, but today almost no clouds, so I grabbed the opportunity. You see, tomorrow rain, Saturday, Sunday, and this is oops. See, Saturday, Sunday, and this is the night. It will. Not now. It could be raining later in the night. Let me see, Saturday. Yes, Saturday all day. Well, this sometimes. We never know. I have outside the 8-inch Dobsonian telescope over an equatorial platform with a ZWO 294 MC color, not cooled, and it has the stairs on the nexus because I'm like a child with a new toy in Christmas and I'm still enjoying the stairs on the nexus in the 8-inch, and the moon I think it will be fine. We will do that challenge to try to process the moon with a focal reducer, which is the opposite of what we are used to do. Usually, for instance, planets we want long focal lengths, and you use Barlows and stuff like that, and also to the moon to magnify. But with planets didn't work, at least the last time we did it. So I will never again try to image a planet with a focal reducer, but the moon I don't know. Okay, I have news about the dwarf for the people that were interested in that. It has I couldn't I followed your suggestions to connect with different. I used different softwares, different VPNs, also a software similar to BlueStacks, which would be my preference because it will be easier. With that software it almost worked, but at some point it loses the connection. What I found is that the dwarf with a tablet or a smartphone can't handle well two connections, one from the device to the dwarf telescope and the other to the tablet. So I decided not to do anything live streaming with a dwarf. It makes no sense, but I will keep you informed about the results. I talked about, because I don't want to make any video with those aberrations, with those hot pixels that I show you. I will show you for the people that didn't see it, if I have it here. Hold on, this is a minute. And there's lots of people that it's interested in. So dwarf. So this was a problem. It was the only image that I took. You can see the Orion Nebula, okay. but we still have here loads of hot pixels if we can magnify, and my purpose is to promote something I have to be enthusiastic about. I can't fake. So I said to them, I said in a live stream, the last live stream, and I said to Dwarf Lab that they should, this was the most important thing to me, because any beginner that grab this telescope will not want to astrophotography, most of the beginners, or if not all. They will want to grab the telescope, place it outside as I did, and immediately have that instant gratification that EAA, Electronically Assisted Astronomy, gives. Live stacking, and in a matter of seconds or minutes, if you want, have a better and better image in the device, and take that image to share with the friends and family, etc. This is not good, and I said to them that the most important thing to me was to fix this. And the good news is that they said me yesterday at my night. They said to me they have fixed this, and in the next update, I don't remember if it was a software update or firmware, but the next update it will be without this. So this is very important information for people that follow us and that are interested in the dwarf. I also talk about this to make sure that it was not my problem. But I think I saw in another YouTube videos, I talk with Quiv the Geek and from other YouTube channel, and he said to me he had the same problem, so it was not, because he does astrophotography and can show cleaner images, but I'm interested in EAA. And he said to me it had the same problem, they had to fix it, so we confirmed that this was an issue that it was not my problem, it's a dwarf problem. So they said that is already fixed. The people that bought the dwarf or are thinking to buy can already expect, at least I trust them. If they said they have fixed it, I trust them. So let's see how it evolves, and I will keep you informed with pictures like today. I will not be doing in real time the dwarf, but I will grab some pictures, and exactly what I did I will show you with a realistic exposure to you, let's say. I will not fake. So the dwarf is done here. Now let's connect them. Yes, it is AstroTube. It was a nice surprise. I contact other people that ignored me, but it was a nice surprise. The Quiv the Geek, it has all my support, whatever he needs from me. And I think he had, well, he is in Japan, he received first. I had some problems with the transport company, the shipment company, and the fault was not from Dwarf Lab, it was of course from the shipping company, and it was very delayed mine. And I agree with his opinions about the dwarf. The thing is, he's more focused in the post-processing stuff. He's interested in, maybe he's not so worried about the hot pixels, because the astrophotographers think like that. They know, okay, I post-process, I clean this. But I was trying to focus in what I like. My place is CAA, as you know, and from a point of a noob like me with that telescope, I was a noob. I still am. And I tried to do a different perspective. Well, that said, let me check the chat again. See. Joe Russ. DJ Komar. The Wolves. Hello. Clouds, clouds, clouds in Netherlands. I'm sorry, team. It's all over the place. Well, here we can still watch something. Despite it's all wet. Hello, Anthony. Let me check the sound. Nobody talked about the sound. It's because it's still fine. It's solved. Let me check. Yes. Yes. Maybe in a year, if everything goes as I plan, I upgrade this sound stuff. It's expensive. It's super. Well, this microphone is already expensive, and the boom arm that I have, etc. But a good microphone, it's very, very expensive. Very expensive, but it's worth it. If I see that this gains traction, you know that I want to invest in more in live streams with you, so to give you a pleasant sound. Jello Man with Clouds. Hello, Geoffrey, Waldo, from Brazil. Bem-vindo, galera. John Ramsey. Cloudy rain. Oh, my God, you have clouds everywhere. Hello, Fred Led. Pedro, thank you for your suggestion. It didn't work, but anyway, those softwares that they install. Remember that I said to you, I opened the page and right away it installed without me doing nothing. I didn't like that. And to uninstall and to clean, they are tricky. They don't uninstall everything. I had to make a second clean. I don't like those kind of softwares that are intrusive. Both softwares, not only the one that you suggest. Every software. Yes, not acceptable, of course. But if they said they solved, I'm curious and anxious to share with you. Please give a like to support this live stream, and the channel is free and helps to reach to more people. Of course, thank you, Quasar. Sound is awesome, okay. Here no clouds, but I don't want to tell it too loud. Better not. Well, I will open SharpCap. C2Z tonight, maybe. You should. We can do. Well, I will just point to the moon because I promised in the thumbnail, and there may be people that don't know us and jump in. We will. At least we have the moon at the corner, so they can't complain too much. But we can watch, for instance, clusters. We'll see. We'll see. Let me just point to the moon. The moon is an excuse. And it's full moon. I decided no, tomorrow probably I will not do the live stream. I will do today. I don't like to do in the same day of the videos that I released today. A video about the Telrad is very nice. It's a powerful video for beginners. Everybody should watch if they have or thinking in buying a Newtonian, Dobsonian, or okay. All washed out, this, of course. You see the color, how different it is. Bluish. Okay, I will connect the platform and point to the moon. First, to take the protection. This is incredible. You see, this is so thin, so thin. Look, it's transparent. This is really thin, and I have it for a long time. I always use this. This lets everything completely dry below this. The telescope, the tail rod, the camera that I have there, and protects also from with temperature. But never. I thought this will not last long because it's so thin. No, this hangs on still as at the first day. AstroTib, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your super chat.
Super chat.
Thanks a lot, my friends, to help to support the channel. This gives me a lot. This means a lot to me. Right now, I lose money, but I will make it. Don't worry. And Charles, thank you very much.
Super chat.
Fun and informative channel. Learned a lot so far. I'm glad you did it. This is the goal, to everybody to learn and also to share good moments. We will have also Dobsonian power. Dobsonian power.
Dobsonian power.
This helps a lot. These little things here and there helps a lot to support the channel. There are multiple ways, including free ways, to give a like. It helps to spread the channel. To subscribe and watch the video. Only subscribe if you like the channel. If you don't like, you don't subscribe, of course. To buy from our stores, the Dobsonian Power, clothes, boy, girl, kids, accessories. It's all reliable, don't worry, and they ship fast. We have stores in United States, in Europe, and they ship all over the world, in England. So everything helps. To be a member, members always know first things that are more sensitive. For instance, the last post I post in the community for members have some secret that I please don't share, because it's kind of a secret. I don't want anybody to know until it happens. You will know, members, what's about. And that's it, Dobsonian power. Here we go again.
Dobsonian power.
Okay, let's start it. Now, sharp cap. Oh, sharp cap is open already. Platform. So for beginners, what I was doing, and very fast, was star hopping. Star hopping. Which means I was searching for the moon, pointing the telescope, which I love to do. Let's lower a lot the exposures. And again. 400 gain. You see, with a focal reducer, for the full disc, it's better. To watch the full disc, like we are watching now. So, for the ones that never watched the moon, here it is, the wolf moon. We will check why, because I don't know also why it's called the wolf moon. Armando from Houston, Texas. Hope everyone can see the wolf moon. Clear skies, everyone. C2Z. Let's see if I don't forget. It's right that. Did you fix already the fan, Samir? Yes, for sure. For sure. I don't know why some emoticons show up and others don't. Some coffee for everybody. Minus 16, my god. I couldn't live in a... Well, if I was born there. Talal, welcome back. Minus 16. I don't know how you can handle... Well, it is, I remember when it was very cold in Germany and everything was warm because we were every time inside buildings. But watch the sky. California! Birdman Cat Daddy. We also, now you remember me. We also will have the community pictures.
Community pictures.
This is a section that we have here in this channel where we show... Well, I show the pictures that you sent to me. I will place here in the ticker at the bottom. How can you participate? This is not a contest. You can send any picture, even that you think, well, the others take better pictures and so on. Don't worry, because everyone here knows that. So you can participate. Send me to this email, dobsonianpower@gmail.com. Wow. Charles, where you are? Minus 39? Where do you live, Charles? Oh, I forgot. It was loads of messages and I can't see. Of course you have to. It's like in the north of Europe. Talal, my focal reducer arrived and it does not work with my DSLR. But it did with my telescope, yes. Well, I don't know nothing about DSLRs. Well, almost nothing. So I can't help you in that. Why didn't it work? Tell me. You didn't have probably back focus. You turned the focuser in and you couldn't get focus. Tell me. Meanwhile, let me tell you that one of the best things that I did visually with a cheap focal reducer was, at least with that eyepiece. With the others that I have, no. But I have this eyepiece, the Explore Scientific 9mm eyepiece. This is for the ones that buy focal reducers, the cheap ones. Anyone works, they are all the same. And don't get sad, because this eyepiece, for instance, the 9mm from Explore Scientific, 100 degrees field of view, I just screw at the bottom the cheap focal reducer 2 inches, and it's wonderful. No distortions at the edges. You watch the it turns more or less. It's not to 9 to 18 millimeters. It's not the double because of the distance I place it. It's more or less, once I did the calculations, more or less 13 millimeters eyepiece that it turns. And for instance, now that we have the Orion Nebula, it's wonderful. Super bright, you see much more details because with 9 millimeters it's too magnified. And it fits perfectly and so bright and shaped and sharp than if you have similar eyepieces, I don't know, like the APM or others, try that, and you just to try that and watch what I watch, you will not regret to buy that focal reducer. Then you save it for later. I have it for 1 year without using with cameras, and now I start using a lot. Now I have the series on an extra, but I use it with a 6-inch, the Virtuoso. So don't be sad because of that. But tell me if it was that, the back focus. Because that has a simple solution. Still no fun. With my eyepiece? What eyepiece? What eyepiece? Maybe, probably used with the wrong eyepiece. Too lazy to fix it. You're a bit like me, no? Save it for it's what everybody does. For a time that we are like North Pole. Ah, Canada, of course, Canada. Yes. Minus 39, it's... But inside you are warm. It's colder than North Europe. It was snowing. Of course. I tried. I need to make it very far away to get it focused. But I needed to use my hands, lol. I don't have any extensions. I will buy a good one, which is the best company for Astro 0.5x reducer. Okay, I understand. I always was aware that the DSLR usually needs an extension to work with stuff and to work by itself, because they get the focus too far away. The ZWO cameras are the opposite. But get an extension. Because not only with the DSLR, with the eyepiece, you will have to cut the edges, like I did here. Yes, the cheap focal reducer is wonderful also with 40mm, 82 degrees, Explore Scientific, and with a 24. Also with a 24, Samir. Well, what could have those kinds of eyepieces from Explore Scientific that work so well with a cheap focal reducer? I didn't know that. The 24? But the 24 maybe it goes to maybe to 35 or something. 24, it will not double because of the distance. And maybe the 24 eyepiece, because they provide that information. When I did a review of the 9mm, I placed that numbers. The focal Where is the focal plane of the eyepiece? The focal point. And we can make the calculations. Now I don't remember. No distortion. Well, with my 32 millimeters it doesn't work, of course. It gets all distorted. I have to try it with the APM 3.5. I think I tried, but I don't remember. If I don't remember, it's because it was not so good. I need clear skies, everybody. Well, you see, we have here more or less. Very nice moon. It is. The star is on an axis. It seems to get it sharper, at least with a full disk. Let me see. Of course, if we want to zoom, it would be with a Barlow. But it's nice. It's a nice full disk. It's a field of view of the 8-inch Dobsonian telescope. This telescope with a 294 camera. I will adjust it. You see, I almost didn't go outside. I just opened the door and with the hand. That's why I want to be here with a telescope. I'm waiting for, can you imagine that? I'm waiting for more than 1.5 years for a project to lift my wall here in the town hall, with a plan to, for the future, to have the large Dobsonians here protected from the wind and near this setup for live streaming. It will be better. 1.5, and it will take more time. Now the architect had to make some changes and stuff. This is horrible. Flat place. You live in a flat place with very nice horizons. That's good. That's very nice, very nice. You are fortunate. I have back focus issue only with my DSLR, but everything is fine. Ah, okay. I think it's a good buy. At the beginning, when I bought it, the focal reducer, I was a bit disappointed and so because of the distortions. But that time I didn't know about pixel scale and what the benefits that are so powerful with a Dobsonian, Dobsonian, a ZWO camera, almost all the cameras, pixel size with a focal reducer. A technique that now I use. But I had to figure it out. Because nobody did that with focal reducers. They always said, oh, it gets distorted and so on. And they don't use the field, the region of interest. I'm not claiming I was the first one, but at least I don't know anybody that uses. Well, one of you, I don't remember who it was, that said to me, I did that already. Well. And the population density is so low, there is little light pollution. That's great. Well, I can't complain also here. Of course. To compensate the winter. No? Hello, Gina. Miller. Hi, Dobsonian Power. I am new here. May I ask you from which country and which area of your country are you streaming, please? I always place that and today I forgot. Of course. I'm in Portugal, in Algarve, the south of Portugal, in the south of the Iberian Peninsula, in Europe. This place.
Planet Earth. Continent Europe. Country Portugal. Region Algarve. 37 latitude, Bortle 5.
I forgot to show this today. And welcome to the channel. Send us pictures if you have a telescope. It doesn't matter the telescope. You can send from any setup. Any. Even the iPhone. Yes, of course the focal length will be different. It's the distance. The distance of the focal reducer from the focal point. From the sensor or from the focal point of the... I think on Explore... well, it's different. Each eyepiece it's different. Even the same brand. They provide that information. I don't remember. I was searching and I found it. But I don't remember where. It's on the website. The good news is I have lots of eyepieces and they all work. I have 25mm Plossel and Skywatcher Apex 28mm and 10mm eyepiece and 20mm eyepiece Celestron and 10mm Celestron. You have a bunch of eyepieces. I have two main eyepieces that I use. Short focal length and long, and the other ones are stored. It's like 28mm or so, so with the 40mm and 32mm or so. Okay. Good question, excellent question. Well, I will give you my opinion. It's good for planets, it's true, especially if you live, you live more to the north. It's good for your position. You live in France, no? It's good because the planets, the more we go to the north, the more the planets are low in the sky. Here at 37 latitude, I can have them higher in the sky sometimes. And it's good, it helps a lot if you want to image planets even better. It's a good investment. Why I didn't bought it? Because of the cumbersome it has to have one more thing. You know that I'm very lazy. I like to simplify things. To have one more stuff there in the focuser, then it's a cumbersome to adjust. The ADC has two screws to adjust. Well, you get used to that. But you have to, it's one more thing that you have to be there with precision. Basically, if you see, this is the best test. If you see your planets with chromatic aberration, like those red at the top and blue at the bottom, you know, or inverted. One side blue and the other side red. That is the aberration. The ADC corrects that. However, I process, as planetary imaging is not EAA by itself, we always, well, not always, now we are not processing and we are watching the moon. This is live views of the moon and we do not process. But if you want to process and take a good picture, you will process it, no? And as you will process in Registax, if you use it at the last step, passing in Registax, the planet, it has a feature. I will show you. Well, probably you know, but this can replace, and it works very well. I don't have here an image to correct, but I pull one. I will show you. Let me see. Okay, doesn't matter the picture, it's just to... It's opening. It's just to show the menu. It takes so long to open. Okay. Because it's the helix. It's the helix. Look how beautiful it is. This was with the... I don't remember. Well, here on Resistart, we do all that stuff. You have here the RGB align. I almost don't use because usually my skies, and now that the planets were up in the sky, I didn't have to do it. But if you have that blue and red, here you can control. Hold on. Here. RGB align. Here you move it up, down. This is the red at the left, and at the right it's the blue channel. So if you have, for instance, the red at up and the blue down, you have to pull the red down and the blue up to align. That's why they call alignment tool RGB. And you just use this down, up, and it moves that color or to the left or to the right. Sometimes it's at the left or... And then you align, and that's it. But if you are not lazy like me, and you like to experiment stuff, and there's people that like with planetary imaging, it's a specific sub-hobby, that like to point to the planets, enjoy that moment with patience and wait for a better scene. They capture some frames, then they wait a bit more. They will be capturing frames after frames by parts, divided by parts, until they, because you know the scene is always changing, until they find now this whole video that I captured now is better than the other ones because the scene was better. You can see that by the image, if it's getting sharper and blurred and sharper and blurred. And there are people that like that additional tool to improve a bit more meticulous, more picky with the image. So it depends on your personality. This is what I really truly think. If you are a bit like me, that okay, that's pointed and and that's it, process it, and you will not need it. And remember, it's 1 1/4. So being 1 1/4, it will have to fit there anyway. You will have to use an adapter to inch to 1 1/4 because it's the first tool that you place. It's the ADC, then you place the Barlow usually, and then you place the camera. So it's a good tool. If it's always if you are willing to take a bit more time and patience. That's my opinion. Lots of people love it, lots of people don't have the patience. Hello. Tiago, I have a very, very important question. Do you have walking noise, and is it possible to guide with your equatorial platform or not? Well, some people do it. That's another thing that I'm not willing to do. One more thing to guide, and it's not worth it because I'm not really... I don't have time to make the videos and the live streams. I don't have time to be... Editing videos, it takes a lot of time. I have my business. I live from a business that I have for a long time, that I built, family business, and I have no extra time to post process, and I don't have the willing. So to guide, I know people that guide, like for instance Miguel from Colombia, our friend Miguel. He doesn't show up here because he doesn't speak English, but he guides. He uses SharkCap and to capture, and he uses PhD2 to guide with a guide camera. He uses, I think it's the 224 MC color, and he uses the same as I, the 294 uncooled to capture, and it improves. But at the end he uses pics inside to take the stars out, to clean the image, then he places the stars again. You know, lots of time that he invests in that. If you are willing to do all that stuff, you can guide with an equatorial platform. It's a bit more awkward than with an equatorial mount, of course, but it works. I know people, not only Miguel, but Miguel, I remember Miguel because I speak a lot with him. And it's an equatorial platform. Well, he has more than one that he built. Another one that guides a lot is the guy from TEP, those equatorial platforms from Hungary in Europe that are the most expensive and the best ones. They have 3 axes, and he does loads of good astrophotography, very good, with a 16-inch, I think. 20. I think he has also a 20-inch Dobsonian, and it's very nice. TEP platform, the triangulum platform. So he guides. He uses PhD2 and he guides. It's possible. I don't. And do you have walkie noise always? Always, because the thermal noise that the camera gives to me, and not only the thermal noise, all the noise that appears during the live stacking. I can clean a bit with the darks, a bit. I can clean it all if the darks are well made, and the noise will be fading more and more. Well, sometimes we need. That's why astrophotography in that way it's better, because you, or an equatorial mount. For instance, if you do EAA with an equatorial mount, you can do longer exposures and clean better the noise. But there's a point that, for instance, you are live stacking, 5 minutes. The moment you take the first frame, you have to wait 5 minutes to watch the image in real time. That's not very pleasant to me. Everything is valid, but so hopefully that answered your question. It depends. Everything depends on your personality, on your tastes. That's a thing that people usually don't think, but it's the most important thing. It's your personality. Finally, the sky is clear in California. So grab your telescope, point to the sky. No, it's earlier. It's early there. I will tell you to connect with us. You can connect with us. If you want, and you are like me, you have no shame, you can point to the sky. I give you the link and you connect with us. You show us directly. We did that already with some people. With Alex from Romania. More people. I don't remember. Do you have any experience on observatory tents? I've seen them online but haven't found anyone that actually uses them. I don't have it, so my experience, personal experience is known. But I watched a lot people. No, there's a lot of people with that. I remember when Explore Scientific released one, I will show you. Let me see if I can find it here. Hold on. I don't remember the name. It was recently, maybe 2 years ago. Explore Scientific. Tent. Observatory tent review. Okay, observatory tent. Here. You see? An example. This had a bit of vibe at the time, I remember. You see? The thing is, well, I have an experience that I can share with you, and why I don't buy and will not buy anything like this. Now I took it off because I thought my process in the tunnel of the wall, I will lift the wall in concrete because it's strong. For the wind here sometimes is very strong. And I used tarps, and it's the same system, no? Tarps to protect from the wind and from the light. The thing is, even the tarps, well connected, strongly connected to the walls, strong walls, in the nights with strong wind, it was a mess. And they, at the end, with the time, they were damaged, all of them, and I took them off, waiting for the wall. But the wall is. Then I didn't place it. If I place this here in my observatory, it will not hang on. It will not hang on with strong wind. It's impossible. And now, remember, this is a refractor here, and you can use also a Schmidt-Cassegrain. But a Dobsonian has a Dobsonian mount, no? A Dobsonian needs this open here. To have something for a Dobsonian, I had to break this at the half and open the top. You see? Like this. And stay only with the bottom, not everything. How can I point the Dobsonian here? I point it only to 70 degrees minimum. I can't point to the south, for instance, and sometimes I capture here loads of beautiful objects. For instance, the beautiful and the biggest, the largest star cluster is the in Centaurus. What's the name? Omega Centauri. I captured that cluster at 8 degrees altitude. I couldn't use nothing like this. So this is my experience about it. Not for Dobsonians. It depends. But there's loads of people. Talal. There's loads of to loco. There's loads of people that use them. And if you search on Google. If you do this, instead of this, let's take off Explore Scientific and the review, and just place Explore Observatory Tent Images, and you have a bunch of different. Look at this one. You see with an Dobsonian. Look. But this is very fragile. Even that you stuck this like a camping tent with the winds I have here, and then it's not practical for the Dobsonians. You can see that are all with equatorial mounts. Newtonian in an equatorial mount, a refractor. So to me, no, but for some people it can work. See, on Google you have loads of different examples. Look this one. But this is camping. This is camping. And there's always also tents that you can connect to the car. There is a tent that is very interesting to do that. I'm not seeing anyone here with one, but I know they have. I don't know. I can't see myself with a tent doing camping with a large telescope. With a dwarf, yes. With a dwarf telescope, yes. Got my Telrad and Badr Zoom today! What a two beautiful pieces of astronomic equipment. The Telrad, the one I dedicated my video today, by the way, watch it because it's very powerful. I had a lot of work to do it. And the Badr Zoom. I wish I had a Badr Zoom. Maybe one day, I don't know. I have a zoom already, so that I use once in a while, but it's not so good, the optics. It's a cheap one. Hopefully you get clear skies to use it. Algarve, very good. Beaches, food, and sky, of course, yes. Right that. That's why many foreign people come here for holidays, and then they stay here, they buy a house, and they live here. Oh, your friend that you talked about, I remember, Rafix. Thank you. Greetings to Rafix. Welcome to this wonderful world. Watch the sky. Hello, Portugal. Dobsonian power. Yeah, very nice Europe country with lots of history. Thank you so much for answering my question. You're welcome. Here we always have an answer. If it's not me, it's someone in the chat. If it's not someone in the chat, like we did previously, it's Google. I search it for you and to help you. Hello, Adam. Pedro. Pedro was there. Dobsonian Power, do you think of making a live stream about the coming comet? Yes. 2022 AE. One. I have, yes, that one, and not only that one. Also, after the moon, we get rid of the moon. Later in the month. That one and the E1. I think it's E1. I have them here, you see? I will show you. Of course, we will cover everything here. Everything, as long as the sky is clear, of course. We are sky dependent. The ones that just jump in and are not subscribed, make sure you do it and get smash the notification bell to be notified when I'm going live. It's not here. I think I have it there. Those comets bookmarked. Hold on. Let me confirm, because I want to make sure that I have everything. So the other, yes, the Y1. You're talking about AE1. The Y1, it's (12 magnitude). But now with the moon, no. Let me check that one. See. (2022) AE. I don't have that designation. Could it be this one? A1? Sarnecki. I have this updated. We will watch. I'm interested particularly in this one. 2022 E3 ZTF. That it's still low. So it will be, let me see. We can predict. No, like this, no. Like the time. So it will be, you see, at this hour that we are now. So here it's 11:30 p.m. So we will have it better on the later in the month. Yes, it will go to north. Okay, 26. See, 28, 28, 29, 30. The last days of the month, it will be like this here. And it will be with 554. Can you imagine that? 554 magnitude. It's incredible. It will be very, very nice to capture. Oh, I'm anxious to do that. It will be very nice to capture that time. But that one, let me check in Google. Ah, okay, okay, you corrected. Hold on. Oh, this is not working. Hold on. 22. E1, so it was that one. Let me see. But that magnitude C-2022 A1. It's not on site now. I don't think. Let me see. The time. Where is it? Time. It could be now. Hold on. Today is 6. 6. And it's with a magnitude of 29. No, we will not. Forget it. Forget it. Let me see next month. No. It will be visible. Hold on. July, August, 30 magnitude. No. No, we will not. We will do the that one that I showed you. It will be amazing. Oh, let me see this. Girish Gamer. Thanks for your video. I decided to buy a 12-inch Dobson. My first telescope. As I did it. Congratulations. Oh, what a wonderful choice. Can't wait to use it. Thanks from Ireland. Greetings to Ireland. Let me show you something. Let me show you something that you will like. Hold on. You and may fit other people. Look, this was my first video of the channel. This was my first video of the channel. And this was my first telescope, the 12-inch. Look, me with a head cutted here, cropped. Look how it was so simple with the first finder scope, the straightforward finder scope. I had already here the magnets, the first upgrades. The cap here, I had the cap here. I was showing here the cap, how it works. It's very important, especially the magnets to balance. This was my first telescope. You will read and watch and listen. Often people say the 12 inch is not good for a first telescope. A 12-inch is not good for a beginner. It's not beginner friendly. You should buy a smaller telescope, a tabletop. And that's not true. If I was going back in time, I would buy exactly the same telescope. Well, maybe I will buy it now with a GoTo and the camera, etc. But I will buy a 12-inch. Because the aperture, and listen to this, you will learn how to collimate this beast, and you will collimate any Dobsonian after collimating this. I collimate the 16 sheets behind me here in like a flash, like a comet. Super fast. So you will be I was super proud, and this was my first video in the channel. Look how proud I am with a telescope, placing the telescope. This is for the people. Look, taking a telescope. Here we had I didn't have the legs yet. You need to place some legs. You will enjoy a lot. So hopefully this gives you some happiness after buying that telescope. And congratulations again. Oh, it's an asteroid. No asteroid, okay, no asteroid. No, because it's a C. C is a comet. It's a comet. The Netherlander have seen this comet already 50,000 years ago. Since then, never saw it again. First now we can see the comet again. But we can see, but not with my telescopes. 30 magnitude, 25, it's too much. It looks like the moon is constantly shrinking, stretching. It is because of the thing. Your equatorial platform, or it is just some computer artifact? It's the effect of the moon seeing everything. The drift is because of the speed. I have this regulate. It's too much speed, but it also always drifts a bit. I will readjust and decrease the speed. But hey, for the moon and the planets, it doesn't matter at all, the drifting. I'm using a Stars on an X focal reducer, and with a thing, probably in the brightness of the moon. It's normal in the moon. I can decrease a bit of the exposure. It's at the minimum, you see, because of being a focal reducer here. It's too bright. I wanted to test the focal reducer again. It's my new toy. And also the YouTube. This is not processed. This is not in 4K. My videos are in 4K because I upload them. All my videos are in 4K. But the streamings, no. The streamings not only are not, they are not even 1080p. They are less than, I think it's 720p. And in addition to that, it's not processed yet. YouTube then after the stream will process, and it takes sometimes a day. 24 hours sometimes. It depends. Tiago, will you make a mineral moon? What is a mineral moon? What's that? What's the mineral moon? No, now the one that we want is the E3. That one will be great. And there's another one that I have on site. Too late, probably is the E1. Let me check. To be on track, we want to make sure. It's a V2. Okay, the E3 ZTF 2022 E3 will pass perihelion in January, mid-January. So late January will be higher in the sky. Will be at the hours of the stream, so will be better. And then, so it's January 12 will be, maybe if we can catch it, let me check. January 12. This one will be the most important one, because it's so bright. And let me check, hold on. Stellarium, I will have to open again to see the perihelion. So at 12 it's 11 nights. It will be Wednesday. And let me check the altitude at this time. Day 3. No. It can't be 22. It has to be later. No. We have to we have to capture it 22 hours. We have to capture it later in the month. This one. 29, 30. Okay, this one is the most important. The 2022 E3 ZTF that our friend Edward Demanchik also captured. And now we have another one. Let me place today. We have another one that is the C2020 C-2020 V2. This one. And this one, look, it's here. This is today. Let me see the position. That one we already did it, but the live stream I deleted because it was that problem with the sound. This one it passed already Ursa Minor to the left, to west. It's not good now, but we captured it. We saw it live. So it will be the 2022 E3, the one that we will be capturing. Again, another comet, but not now. After the moon is gone. Yes, northwest. It's not a good position. Well, I could make it, but we'll see. If nothing interesting, I can move the telescope. But you see, if I move the telescope further away from me here, from the live stream setup, I have to go more further away. Thank you for sending the community image. I check later, not during the live streams. You send me, I always check. While I can, I will check it. So what is a mineral moon? Yes. I have to get nice binoculars. My binoculars are very old. The GSO Barlow. A GSO has decent quality. The mirrors are great. And 2.5, I know that is good for other people. That's said to me. From other people. The 2X, I didn't try it. ED Barlow. Should be fine. There was once someone that asked the same question here. Should be fine. 12-inch team. It's getting bigger, the family of the 12-inch. Samir also has, Anaximandros has a 12-inch. You want to watch Orion? A bit? This is all washed. Today it's a bit. I will point to Orion. Hey, AZ Ray, Arizona. Mazif, here's the guy. 12-inch on the tabletop, probably. I will not buy the tabletop. Will buy this Virtuoso. Less than this, no. Only the dwarf. It's Friday. Friday is a day that most people is happy. I wonder why. Look, don't think at the past, Gina. Think at the present and at the future. Stick with us in these live streams. Keep coming back. I do at least once a week, unless the week is all full of moons. Full of clouds. But as long as the weather is fine, I will stream more than once a week, or at least once. And I point to people. You see, now they asking me to point to Orion Nebula. I will point. I will point to Orion Nebula. Now it's weekend. Okay, I will point to Orion Nebula and watch some pictures. From you, not mine. The 12-inch. I have already ordered the cap for the bottom and thumb screws for the small mirror. And legs for the bottom after watching your mod video. Spot on, you did well. You see that the improvements are huge, and it's funny to... It will help you, it will improve your connection, your commitment with the telescope. The Dobsonian telescope, and especially a larger one, a 12-inch is already a larger one, it's heavy, needs commitment. Not only the Dobsonians, the other telescopes also, but the Dobsonian needs a special commitment. Commitment. Connect with the telescope. Those little things will connect you with the telescope, and you will remember what I said, that the people that talk about not being a telescope for beginners, it's not true. As long as you have strength, it doesn't matter if you are a beginner or not. A beginner with the strength to grab the tube of the 12-inch and place it over the rocker, I still have that string, but I still have it, and the present is more important. Okay, mineral moon equals colorized moon. You mean that pictures that we take where we see the minerals, the different colors and the minerals of the moon? We can do that with... I will not process the moon. Not today. It's already... Well, it's already 1.5 hours of live stream. I will not process them. In the other, we will have loads of moons. Always, I will use the moon as an excuse to do the live stream. Yes, the V2. We saw that, that comet. Do you know if there is a way I can connect my DSLR to SharpCap to do live stack? I think you can, but I don't know how. Maybe people here, DSLR is not my area. Maybe people here can help you. Oh, look, Jaloman. That depends on your DSLR. Which one do you have? Okay, you're covered. I talk about what I know. Okay, let's point to Orion and then we... What I was doing was start hoping.
Start hoping.
But not with that exposure. I have to change. Reset everything. Oh, spot on. I should focus. Well, I will not focus. We will see some pictures now. I had to use the finder scope to... It helps a lot to find Orion because everything is washed in the sky because of the moon. Let me see. Well, as we are here, we live stack it. 8 seconds. It's enough, it's so bright. Are we stuck? Yes. Clear. Since we are here. This is for fun. Nice. Now the color. Well, I can please filter color. Wow. Go to the right. To stretch. Even with the moon, look a satellite here. Fireball. Bonfire. Even with the moon, this kind of nebula, so bright, it is a bit washed. A bit washed out. The vignetting. Okay. Just a bit of Orion. It's always so beautiful. I love to watch it visually, but it's everything so wet, and with the moon I will not watch it today. So in a moment we will watch the
Community Pictures.
So for the ones that just joined, we are watching the sky with the 18-inch Dobsonian telescope over an equatorial platform and a ZWO camera, 294 to be precise. Mineral moon is the colorful coming with blue and orange. Oh, those moons that like the bloody moon? Is that? I wish I had a telescope, but what I want to buy costs too much money, so still have to save money. And what do you want to buy, Gina? What do you want to buy? Yes, I have the polarizer filter. I did a video about it. It's I have to use it, especially with the kids. If the kids are here watching the moon, it's too powerful, yes. Ah, the Virtuoso, of course. It's the best one. That I don't know. T7? What is T7? It's a camera. Yes, at least in that I am good. It's the visual component. And don't ever believe I listen this a lot and it's so untrue. I listen this, I read this a lot. Don't buy a GoTo because you have to learn the sky. You either go to you don't learn the sky. That's not true. You don't learn the sky if you don't want to learn the sky. I have a GoTo and sometimes with a GoTo I go outside to prepare the alignment and I can watch the sky and watch to the constellations and try to learn them and compare the sky with my stellarium or my application. And when I want to find some nebula with a GoTo, first I go to the application to Stellarium here with you to see what I want to watch, then I go outside. That's not true. It's a myth. Even with a full moon, that's true, this nebula, but this with a full moon, this vignetting is horrible. Let me see if I can. With a full moon, it's hard to do the trick because I clip too much. I have to do the opposite to get it washed, like this. And then the histogram is all to the right. You see? Usually it is at the middle. It's almost all to the right. I do here some tricks and the vignetting is gone. That's why I don't do darks. But with the moon, no darks will help. Send to us. Orion always looks good, Ray. I love this nebula. And it never fails. You grab the telescope visually, never fails. Okay, mineral moon again. Is a stacked image of the moon to make pop up the different colors of the moon's minerals. That's what I was talking about first. Then there is a feature on the processing that we change and those pop up. I like the moon as is. That's for Hubble, for NASA. With Pluto and the full moon this month is also called the micro moon. Okay. It seems smaller maybe. Yeah, to get more nebula here. I will have vignetting. I know what I do. I do like this. This is EAA. Who cares? Is the nebula here or not? This is EAA. It's not astrophotography. Who cares? Who cares about the vignetting? I want to watch the details here, you see? And I'm watching already. These details here of the dust. This is always difficult. This is not focused. I didn't focus it. Look at the star. Look, this is not focused. Well, I didn't focus it. It was focused on the moon, more or less roughly focused. Doesn't matter because the Orion we'll watch it a lot. Which is a bit for fun. Okay. And it's over this. We will start now the community pictures. I will close the camera. Close. That's why I was not worried about focuser, to keep it simple. And now it's time, for the ones that don't know, we do the section which is the community pictures, where you send me beautiful pictures.
Community pictures.
Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have in stock. Let's start for the older ones. Edward Demenchik with a 12-inch Dobsonian telescope, L-enhance filter, 4 seconds exposures, life stack of 40 minutes. Okay. It's the horse head. Beautiful. Beautiful Edward, as always. Horsehead nebula. 12-inch Dobsonian. The Dobsonian, the telescope that you can't take pictures with. Here, this flame, the nebulosity here, this is too magnified, of course. Excellent, Edward. Let's see another one. It's only one here. Let me see if he has a setup. No, he didn't send me the setup. Brian Fowler, let me see the setups that I have here. No setup. You can send me also a photo of your setup, a fancy one, with you or without you. In there. Brian Fowler with a Z12. Homemade equatorial platform ZWO294MC, Star-Arizona Nexus and Badr Neodymium. 8-second exposures. Beautiful. This is the V2. This is the Comet, the V2, the C2020 V2 ZTF that we watched here and was talking about. But this one has a particularity. Here is a comet. Let me place this as it should be. Community pictures. So here is the comet. And then we have the NGC 2276 and 2300. This is a galaxy. And this is a galaxy. And this is a star, bright star. The 12-inch Dobsonian telescope. The telescope that it's not to take pictures. With 3 amazing objects at the same time. Almost in a row. Huh? And this is what I call, this and the previous one, of course, the Dobsonian power.
Dobsonian power.
Which is the spirit we have here, not only with the Dobsonians, of course, but the spirit is what matters. which is to avoid to listen to those words from all over the world, from people that don't know or don't want to know the power of a telescope. It's not only the Dobsonian. Other telescopes are underestimated and they do a great job. It depends on the hands that grab that telescope or that setup. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at this, like a crown here, like a a curve here of a circle. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this is unique because now if I point to the comet, it's not here anymore. A shame that our live stream was not near some beautiful objects, but I deleted anyway. Beautiful, beautiful work from Brian Fowler. And also this one, the Rosette Nebula. I wish I can do this work with my 12-inch. I have to try again in a better night. The 12-inch Dobsonian with a Nexus, 64, only 64 frames of 8-second exposures. Huh? Huh?
Dobsonian power.
Beautiful, Rosette Nebula. By the way, the previous one, the comet, was 60 frames only. Also with 8-second exposures. And another one with 8-second exposures and 62 frames only. The Sculpture Galaxy. This one I have it. I have a good one of this one. Sculpture Galaxy 12-inch Dobsonian telescope with a stairs on a Nexus over an equatorial platform and the ZWO 294 MC camera that I use. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Love it. Incredible, incredible, incredible. It's a shame you are not here, Brian, I think. Hopefully you can watch the replay. Do you see when you listen people telling those things, they are too negative. They are out of reality, stuck in the past or something. Now let's watch John with a Newtonian and a Raptor. John. This is the Raptor. Okay, Newtonian, 2 of the Newtonian and 1 with a Raptor. This is the Flaming Star Nebula with a Newtonian. So many stars. Flaming Star. I don't remember if I took this one already. And another one is, this one is a difficult one. Hard one to catch. And this was the Pleiades. With a Newtonian and with a Radian Raptor scope 275mm f4.5 on an equatorial mount, the Horsehead Nebula and the Flame Nebula, also beautiful. Let me see if John sent me the setup. No. Nope. And this one, yes, it's the last one from John with a Newtonian. I don't know. This one is a Raptor, okay. So this is more of the style of Madzif. Brian Fowler. And Ray, it's here. Ray from Arizona with the Rasa 8. Jellyfish Nebula 8-inch Rasa with a ZWO 294. Here, the Rasa, it's always good for large nebula, wide fields, wider fields. Beautiful, beautiful ray. And also the Western Veil Nebula. This one with Elenance. Beautiful. You see, this is one of the type of nebula that it's beautiful for the Rasa. The Rasa has an excellent potential for wide field with its fast optics f2. It's amazing. Look, the witch broom here. So large, this nebula. This is only a bit of the nebula. All remnants of a huge explosion, no? Excellent, excellent ray. And now, Birdman Cat Daddy with a refractor that he balked. You see that we don't discriminate the telescopes. Of course, he balked the refractor, new toy, loads of pictures from it. I think it's a stack. 5 frames, 1500 seconds. My god. How much is that? 1500, 60, 25 minutes, almost half an hour. You can imagine? Can you imagine me doing a live stack here with half an hour? Half of the stream we will be waiting for the frame to come. Beautiful, beautiful. This is from the Veil Nebula also. The Orion Nebula, also beautiful. 5,700 seconds. 90 frames. The Crab Nebula, beautiful. Not zoom it too much. One good for the refractor. The Horse Head and the Flame Nebula. He was having fun with his new instrument. Another one. I don't remember this one. I remember the nebula, but I don't remember the name. But it's beautiful. I don't know if it's here. He is here. Birdman. Who knows whose nebula is this? People from the wide field of view. The other one. Or Predator. No. Is this the no, that was. There's another one. It's not crab, but it's not this one. It's the lobster. It's not this one, is it? California. Okay, California. Now, of course, with my Dobsonian, I don't capture this nebula. California Nebula. For the California guys. Okay, California. NGC 1499. You have beautiful images. Veil Nebula, which broom? This one I know because I captured it. A beautiful one. With a series on the Nexus. This one is very good for the 12-inch. One of my best ones so far. No, we are not watching the 8-inch now. Take this off. Good morning, Sean. You're on Australia? I don't have more. I have. The Andromeda Galaxy, I said he was having so much fun. I bet he is now. He's not on the live stream. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Portugal. Now it's midnight. Andromeda Galaxy. And the rosette, isn't it? This is the rosette. Huh? The rosette. That one I captured. It's better. It's not that we don't show them. But it's better if you don't complicate. Don't send me all the setup. Just send me the telescope, the camera, and the type of the telescope. It's the most important. The camera, and you place on the, because the telescope and the camera I copy paste to the name of the folder. That's the name of the folder. Your name and the telescope and the camera. If I write more stuff, it will be a mess. And then each file, just at least the name of the nebula for us to know. And I prefer the names, or at least place the names because it's easier to identify. The NGCs you can place also the NGC, but I have to search on Stellarium. Look at this detail. The rosette is very... it looks like a rose. First class. Ray, changed to your 8-inch Quattro. But we have clouds for another week or so. I'll send some pictures when I can. Yes. Yes. Hi, Levi Colt. I sent too much. It's a curse. Yes. Very nice pictures today. Well, it doesn't have to be always like this. Sometimes we can show pictures not so good, but it doesn't matter. I think it's all for today. 2 hours of live stream. So tomorrow I will not be streaming. The weather is not very good and the moon... Today was the full moon, so it was an excuse. And next week, during the week, as long as I can, I place the telescope and I live stream. Thank you very much again to the members, to the subscribers, to the non-subscribers, to being here. It's always nice to be with you, always positive. Have a great weekend. See you in the next time. Bye bye.